I was surprised, even though I later found out that was you followed the formula for your other book on Don Knotts and Andy. I was so enamored with it.
Well, there's a story there. I will say that at the beginning of this project, my longtime editor at Grove Atlantic, his name's George. He's really smart. He's been in the business forever. And my literary agent, Deborah, who's also a really good editor, they were concerned uh, because I told them that I was writing and writing and writing and writing, and I'd written like 150 pages, and I hadn't gotten to the movie yet. They were concerned. Isn't this a book about a movie? Where is the Gall Dern movie? Um, and I was following my gut. I was following a formula because the Andy and Don book, I did a biography of Andy Griffith, a smaller one, but a
Hmm.
modest biography also of Don Knotts. I linked them up and then told their lives back and forth and together. And then the payoff in the middle of that book is the majesty of the Andy Griffith Show, which is
Right.
the middle 50% of the book. And that worked. So this book, felt like something I wanted to do again, and people liked it. So I did the same thing. I told Belushi's story, I told Aykroyd's story, I connected them up, I told their stories together, and then the big payoff. Again, it's like the middle 100 pages of this book is the film, and I go way deep on the film. But I didn't want to just write about the film. I felt like, and I think you appreciated this as a reader, I hope you did, that the film makes so much more sense
Oh yeah.
once you understand where it's coming from and where they're coming from, right?
Yeah. I had a limited understanding of their backgrounds, more on Belushi than I did Aykroyd.
Yeah, me too.
Even though they were very different backgrounds, there were there are a lot of similarities there too.
I think it's true that it's deceiving. Like they seem so different. Like
Yeah.
Laurel and Hardy, one of them's skinny and tall,
Yeah.
kind of detail oriented, regimented, Mr. Detail, and the other one's Mr. Fuck It. That's what Belushi's own words.
Yeah.
He's short. He's got that. What's that mesomorph? He's a football guy.
Yeah.
He's a wreck. Just like doesn't even have an ID on him. He tries to go across the border into Canada without so much as a driver's license. He doesn't carry anything with him. He's just a big, like, Tasmanian devil of a man.
Right.
But there's so much similarity. I mean, so much. I mean, you talk about like DNA. Their DNA is so similar. They both were musical guys when they were young, were in bands, both loved the rock and roll and the blues and stuff. And then they both became performers, first serious, then got into comedy. They both were these kind of wiseacres who would improvise and kind of come up with silly stuff and stray from the script and would get in trouble. They both wind up in Second City, the great improv troupe from Chicago, in different places, one in Canada, one in the United States. They both wind up in Saturday Night Live, the founding cast. I just saw the Boston Globe is doing like a bracket of who's the all-time greatest SNL, and very impressed and surprised, frankly, that both Belushi and Aykroyd made the final four.
Oh,
I would have expected Belushi, but not Aykroyd. He usually comes out like top 10, but not top
yeah.
four. He deserves, I think, to be.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But anyway, so you got that. That's right. They have a ton in common. I mean, genetically, they're 95% similar, but the differences are fascinating.